It is your girl, the retail boss, with my handsome king, Curtis Merriweather.
What's going on, y'all?
We are here for you guys today, and hopefully everyone has been in the salon working all day. And I know y'all been retailing all day. We are here to talk to you guys about government contracting for cosmetology professionals. And I have heard your cries. You guys, we've had these, a lot of you guys have contacted me. We've had one-on-one conversations about how I became a government contractor as a cosmetologist. Some of you guys are trying to figure out how to come from behind the chair and get to the point to where eventually you can retire out. Some of you guys are just looking for a change and want to expand your businesses. And a lot of you guys have been trying to figure out, how did you really come from behind the chair at 40 years old? Because it's almost unheard of. Most of the time when we think about coming into the cosmetology industry, we think about doing this until we just literally can't do it anymore. So that means 80 years old, still clicking and turning a curling iron. A lot of us don't see ourselves being able to retire at an earlier age in life and being able to enjoy life and also still make the money to live the lifestyle that you want to live. So I've decided, because so many of you guys are interested in this, and it takes more than just a conversation. And you guys know I'm all about the education, and I'm all about taking you guys through all the steps so that you can become successful in your businesses all around. So I've decided to come up with a course just for you guys as cosmetologists that want to come into the government space and being able to have the freedom to free up some of your time from behind the chair and get to the point to where you don't have to do hair behind the chair anymore. But we also know that we have to make sure we plan. You have to have a plan of action to get you to that point to where you can literally say, I don't have to stand behind a chair anymore, but it doesn't mean that I still can't live the lifestyle that I want to live. So how do I now supplement my income from being behind the chair? So that's what I have done. And I've created a curriculum to take you through all the steps and give you all the information, all the know-how to really prepare you to walk in this government space. And because this was something that I wanted to do and it was so dear to my heart, thank God that I am linked with a government contractor who was able to really help me get here. And now I want to take that knowledge and that information and help other people in my industry to be able to do the same thing. Because you guys know our industry is completely saturated. There's a hair salon on every corner. There are barbershops on every corner. Everybody wants to do hair. You have people that are unlicensed that are doing hair. But one thing I can say, this particular space as a government contractor, not only does it help you secure the bag, but it helps you to set yourself apart from what everyone else is already in the industry doing. And it's so saturated. So now how do I become a differentiated business and still use the same skills that I have and not work so hard for the money, and be able to find a way to continuously make income that's not as much work, that's not so stressful, not so strenuous, but that I actually can still do some of the things that I love. So that's what I did as a government contractor walking in this space. I can tell you I love it. My time is freed up. I can work from home. I don't have to deal with clients on a daily basis. As a matter of fact, when I deal with the patients, I'm able to go in, do my job, do the fittings, and then that's pretty much it. I don't have to see them anymore. Once I provide the prosthetic units for them, they could take them to their stylist and get whatever they want done. But my job is very easy as a wig maker in this space. And I absolutely love it, because I get to do what I'm passionate about, what I've always been passionate about, and what actually brought me into the beauty industry. So, I know I talked a lot. Sorry, Kurt.
I was just listening.
So I'm gonna let Kurt also give us a little insight on this as well.
So as many of you may or may not know, I've been a government contractor since I was 17. Our firm is 10 years old. I made my first $1 million at 31, $1.4 million that year to be exact. And so when me and Keena got together, how long we been together? We've been together 4 years. We got together 4 years ago. Last year, she decided that she wanted to diversify her revenue stream. And so I took what I knew about government contracting, and I knew nothing about the cosmetology space. But we applied the same principles that we use to win millions of dollars on the IT side and the Intel side. And we applied that. We superimposed that process onto the cosmetology space. And I remember vividly one day, and I'll give you a personal testimony. I remember vividly one day, we were actually getting ready to head to the mountains. And that day, that was back in May. It's for your birthday weekend. And Keena made $200 on the way, literally going to the mountains. And she never did a service. She did it from a laptop. 3 purchase orders came in that day. We were literally on our way to the mountains. We were gonna have no cell phone reception for a week. And she made $2,100 that day. She didn't see a client. She used the system that we taught her, and those orders literally come in on a regular basis. And Keena has the Southeast on lock. But we're willing to share that information with our community, with the user community, because we do want to see people be able to actually have more than one revenue stream. Your revenue stream should not just be your chair. It should not just be retail. But of course, those are 2 important ones, but a third one can be government contracting. And so we would like to see people really obtain wealth freedom through government contracting. And the numbers are real. Like I said, it's not a strenuous process. As you guys know, Keena's not in the salon every day. She only does hair really when she wants to. Most of the time that's friends and family. But that revenue keeps coming in.
Right.
So we want to show the community how to do it. And I don't know of any other person in the community today that's teaching that. And as a matter of fact, I don't even think there's a lot of cosmetologists even in that space.
There's not. And I can tell you guys, like, for a fact, how I was really able to win in this space is having a cosmetology background, because some of the other vendors that are also in the Southeast region, they don't have the cosmetology background. So what set me apart and how I really started like really winning and getting consistent orders was based off of my knowledge. And a lot of times when the orders come in, they didn't really come in right, and being able to explain the type of hair and the bases and things of that nature, being really educated on the product that I was providing is what made me different than the rest. So I kind of came in and I ain't steal it. I took it. I came in, made myself a demand. And with that process, I was able to really sell my product in a way that other people were not. On top of that, the patients then became my clients. So on top of them getting their, after that, they wanted more. So what happened for me, now they became consistent clients buying multiple units from it. Just became like this cycle of, how can I get another one? How can I get another texture? How many textures do you offer? Making sure that I had the proper emailing marketing that was going back and forth to the government, so that they knew that I was not just locked down to one particular type of prosthetic, that I had a variety of what I offered. And on top of that, you already know that I was going to retail the patients the proper products to use in the hair: shampoos, conditioners, shine sprays, hairsprays, things of that nature. And with that being said, I also opened myself up to do any repairs and upkeeps of their units as well. So if they did not want to shampoo and condition them themselves, they can actually they have the ability to send those units back to me, and I could treat them and do everything, set them back up and send them back. So now I have a consistent flow of income coming in from those patients that would have never known who I was ever before. So for me, I was able to make one particular thing, I was able to branch it off and make more money from it, like 2 more ways from just the initial order. In the class, I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to teach you how to use your email marketing systems to make yourself more of a demand to the government contractors that are looking at your business.
And it's not even just the government contract. That's one piece.
That's one piece.
So how do you get the teachers? Our 7-step process. So as you know, it could be a daunting process. A lot of people have figured out how to register, but that registration is not turning into sales.
Right.
So we're going to share our proprietary list of all of the buyers worldwide in the US. So you do not have to limit yourself to just one market. I have the list. Say I do this stuff for a living. I just happen to do it for the cosmetology industry for Kina. So in the class, we're going to give our proprietary list of all of the buyers nationwide. Now, Kina and I, before we decided to do this, was like, if we do this, we turn our list over to our students, it may mean we got to go find something else to do.
And that's all right.
And we okay with that.
I realized that sometimes coming into certain spaces doesn't always mean that you're supposed to stay there. Right. In our industry, there are people that have to pave the way for others in the industry. And I understand that I am a person that is in that space. I'm here to be a game changer. I'm here to bring into my industry what's needed. I'm here to innovate. I'm here to lead, coach, and guide. And with the things that I've experienced 24 years getting ready to be in this industry, I've found so many different ways to make revenue. And I feel like in our cosmetology schools, and sometimes even in our classes that we go to at different shows, everyone is just talking about the same thing. They're just recycling information that we've heard over and over and over, but no one's being innovative in showing us how do we do other things and bring those things into our industry and make money off of them. Because the skill level that we have in terms of hair, nails, and skin, there's so many things that we can offer, but do we only look at it just offering those things behind the chair and in the salon? There's so many things we can carry on outside of the salon and still make money.
Hold on. So we've said a lot, but we ain't showed them the money. So there's a bunch of offices, because they're like, well, why should I even do this? There's a bunch of offices nationwide. I don't know how many. I don't know the last count. But one office in particular, one office processed, what was the number they told me? 1,500 wigs. One office. And I ain't gonna tell you what the maximum price is, but it was a lot of money, y'all.
Yes.
So if one office, one out of the hundreds nationwide processed 1,500 wigs at a maximum, can I tell them the maximum price?
No.
At the maximum price.
When you take the class, we're going to tell you the maximum price, and we're going to tell you how to price so that you can actually have more favor and more grace with dealing with them as well.
Because when we came into the space, we literally took market share from other people because we priced right.
You got to price right.
So we're going to tell you what the maximum is in our class. We're going to tell you what the rules are. We're going to show you how to eat off of the orders that they call you for, and we're going to show you how to generate your own orders.
Right. And we're also going to teach you how to have the conversations with the managers that are actually responsible
for the
purchase orders, because there is a communication, and it has to be clear in what it is that you're doing, so that they understand that you are the professional, and only thing they know is they're ordering a prosthetic. They don't know the processes. They don't understand any of that. So for me personally, to have to, I travel up and down the Southeast. When I go to these particular establishments, I go in and I do the molds of the client's head, of the patients. I'm not gonna call them clients, I'm gonna call them patients, of those patients' heads, because again, a process that you need to go through in terms of your professionalism as a vendor, the conversations, how to have the communication back and forth, making sure that you're doing everything via email and some verbal conversations, and also making sure that your orders are processed and they are written and documented properly.